So to get this celebration really started, we're going to shine a light on our ELCs. And we know the ELCs don't exist without the dedication of the local business leaders who run them in each of your communities. The county ELC leaders are volunteers who work tirelessly in their local communities to bring together business leaders and policymakers for true grassroots discussion. Again, you are a testament to how we get things done at the local level. Let's take this opportunity now to thank them for their service, and to do so, I'd like to invite up our State ELC Executive Director, Frank Robinson, who's done an amazing job of coordinating and championing the ELCs for all of these years.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you all for being here. And just so a warning, I'm going to be speaking twice tonight, so we'll get through this part, which is the most important part, and then we'll get to the next stuff later. My role as the state ELC chair, which I've been now for 17 years at NJBIA, has actually been a huge pleasure, but it's also been made easy. It's been made easy by all those in the audience who are, I consider, all chairs, all leaders of the ELCs that cover all 21 counties. And 16 years ago, when I was asked to be the state ELC chair, I had no idea I was going to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, traveling to Sussex County in the wintertime, which was great. And as the years went by, I made my colleagues from government affairs go instead. But I really have enjoyed traveling around the state and working with all of you who, A, help lead the local ELCs, and B, those of you who attend. And I know there's a lot of people that have attended both as speakers, and they're here tonight, and we appreciate that, but also as attendees. I mean, this is really the grassroots operation of NJBIA, and it's our opportunity to spread our message at the county level, but also to hear back from you and to let you talk to the elected officials that have a big influence on the business community in New Jersey. And as Michelle mentioned, we've had governors, we've had lieutenant governors, U.S. senators, members of Congress, state senators, state assembly people, mayors, freeholders, every kind of elected official and public policy official in the state come and speak at our ELCs for 60 years. I know we're celebrating me tonight too, and it is not true that I started 60 years ago. But I did start with BIA 17 years ago, but I used to also go and speak at ELC meetings when I worked for Joe Doria in the legislature. And so it's been a great, great honor and privilege for me to work with all of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the list of all the ELC leaders currently, and some of them couldn't be here tonight. Then also we have a lot of past leaders here too, and I'm also going to read your names. So when I do read your names, and I can't see you to be honest, these lights are very bright. Please stand, and I'm going to ask everybody to hold your applause, but you can applause whenever you want. So Atlantic County, we have Mike Chait. Bergen County, Kevin O'Connor. Where's Kevin? Kevin O'Connor, you didn't leave yet, did you? Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor, who has been the longtime chair of both Hudson and Bergen County, is also a former state ELC chair. And during my tenure with the ELCs, Kevin's the only state chair, and we have some great ones, who traveled to every one of the 19 ELCs representing all 21 counties. So thank you, Kevin, very, very much, and a good friend. Thank you. We also have Jim Kirkos as part of the leadership in Bergen County. Mark Vocari, also from Verizon. Mark, stand up, Mark. Mark is also a former state ELC chair and traveled all around and still works very closely with us in both Union County and in Hudson County. From Camden, we have John Mason and Rita Owens. They couldn't be here tonight. Cumberland County, Nick Scudino and Edwin Kay. Essex County, Anthony Raynone. Claire Riggs, who couldn't be here for Gloucester County, along with Les Vail, who's the president of the Gloucester Chamber. Where's Les? Thank you very much, Les. Great guy. We also have Maria Nieves, who helps us out as part of the leadership team in Hudson County. She's the president of the Hudson County Chamber of Commerce. Chris Phelan and Jim Robinson from Hunterdon County. Chris is also the president of the Hunterdon Chamber of Commerce. And you're also getting a pattern, something that I missed and wanted to say. BIA has had a great, great partnership with a lot of the local business organizations in the state that we've been able to develop over the course of the last 60 years. They work very closely with BIA on a lot of things, including the ELCs, and we appreciate their support very, very much. Mercer County of Liz Tyndall and Herb Ames. Where's Liz and Herb? Yeah. From Middlesex County, Joe Coyle and Greg Schlosser and Karen Barnes. Monmouth County, two of my favorite guys being a Monmouth County guy. Fred Brody, where are you, Fred? My brother Fred. And Ben Waldron. Ben is also executive director and former president of the Monmouth Ocean Development Council, which I have the pleasure of serving on that board with them. Thank you both for all you've done. I have no favorites. I love all the ELCs as much. In Morris County, we have Alan Zakin, who's a longtime chair. Ocean County, we have Mary Pat Angelini. Where's Mary Pat? Who's also the former chair of the Monmouth ELC and also former member of the General Assembly. But most importantly, and we always like to tell this, Mary Pat and I went to grammar school and high school together, but she always tells everybody that she looks much younger than I am, which you do. Thank you. We have a new chair for us in co-chairs in Passaic County, Dennis Marco and Deborah Hoffman, and a longtime chair who could not be with us. He's been chair for 25 years in Passaic County, Angelo Moresi, who's been a little under the weather, so please keep Angelo in your prayers. They're all my favorites. Somerset County, we have a whole contingent here. My folks from Somerset County, Carol Bianchi, and John Anderson, and Mike Kerwin from the Somerset Business Partnership. Stand up, guys. Stand up, guys. Great, great one. And by the way, we meet at a restaurant in Somerville every month called Verve. Great, great restaurant. And this is much to the chagrin of Mr. McClune and Company, was just voted one of the 10 best bars and restaurants in New Jersey. We think it should be Robinson's or McClune, but that's okay. But they do a great job. Thank you very, very much. Sussex County, Jackie Espinoza. Where's Jackie? Jackie's here. I saw her. She came all the way down. Jackie's with PSE&G. I can't see. Where is she? She's here. There she is in the back. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie just started doing a great job. I was up there last month. I had to leave home at 3:30 to be there on time in the morning. Thank you very much. They moved at about 20 miles even north in Sussex County, but I appreciate it. And Tammy Horsfeld, who's the longtime president of the Sussex Chamber of Commerce, is our co-chair up there too and does a great, great job. And last county, but not least, is Union County. Lisa Hiscano, Joe Starkey, Mark Vocari is one of our leaders there too, and Joe Steiner. Where's the Union County contingent? Right here. My other best favorite Union County. We also, as I said, we had a bunch of former people who are still involved in some ways, and I want to recognize them too. I mentioned Herb Ames. Deb Arthur is here, who was our chair down in Camden County. Thank you, Deb, for coming up. We appreciate it. Kathy Frank White. Where's Kathy Frank White? Kathy Frank White. She is going to get special mention. Kathy was a great, great chair for us in Mercer County, and she's retired, as I hope will be soon, but I can't talk about that. Who moved down to Florida and came all the way up just for this event tonight from Florida. She traveled the farthest. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Herb Ames picked her up at the airport. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We also have Eileen Leahy from PSE&G, who was our longtime chair in Union County. PSE&G, great company. Thank you, Eileen. Anna Lustenberg. Where's Anna? Anna. Anna was the chair in Somerset County. Thank you for coming, Anna. We very much appreciate it. Bob Roberti was our longtime chair and co-chair up in Essex County. Once again, I can't see him. I know he's there. Thank you, Bob. Great, great guy. Thank you. Longtime member of NJBIA. Vince Vader. Where's Vince? Thank you, sir. Their bank took over a New Jersey Manufacturers Bank, you know. Jennifer Young from Verizon. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer's our longtime chair, co-chair down there in Gloucester, Salem. Thank you very much. And last but not least, in terms of the chair, and I know that I probably missed somebody, and I would be totally remiss. This is someone who I've known for many, many years. She worked at a Chamber of Commerce up in North Jersey. She became our ELC chair, and then NJBIA swiped her way. And now she is the premier partnership and sponsorship person who hounded all of you for your dollars tonight. Kate Conroy. Kate Conroy. Stand up, stand up. I was part of the team that enticed her away to come to work for NJBIA. We did pretty good, Michelle, right? Okay. So I also would be remiss, and I'm going to sit down shortly, if I didn't recognize the government affairs team from NJBIA. We've had the responsibility for 60 years of organizing the ELCs, and why I said earlier I get a lot of credit, probably more than I deserve. My colleagues over the years, a lot of former ones here, but the current ones here, who travel around the state and also speak at the ELCs, I want to recognize them. So our Chief Government Affairs Officer, Chrissy Butis. Where's Chrissy? Stand up, she's in the back, does a great job. Andrew Music, who is my deputy at the ELCs. Andrew's a great guy, travels around all the state. He's the guy I dump on the most in terms of when I don't want to do the early morning ones. We also have Mike Wallace. I don't know if Mike made it yet. He was fighting his way down. Mike Wallace, thank you very much. And our two newest additions to the staff are Andrew, Andrew, who to talk about? Tony. Where's Tony Bowiedeman? I'm the only one that can pronounce Tony's last name. Tony Bowiedeman and Ray Cantor. And then we also, who helps us out with a lot of our research, is our research director. Where's Nikki? Nikki Sandler. Stand up, say hello, Nikki. And last but not least, the people that I want to recognize, and then I will sit down for a little while, is that on a day-to-day basis, we have had for years a state ELC coordinator in the office. And these are the people over the years, and I've had a number of them who work with me, who are in contact with all the ELC chairs and help get speakers and send out the notices and do all the work. And I actually want to ask them to come up. First one I want to ask up was someone who was with us for years, and then somebody stole her from me and from us. Thank you, Dave Brogan. Kelly Ryan, come up here, please. Kelly was with us for a long, long time. Tony Mola, where's Tony? Tony was with Government Affairs, and they took her for another apartment. Where's Tony? Come on up. Marcy, where's Marcy? Marcy DePula. Marcy, come up here.
Thank you.
Uncle Frank likes to bring flowers for them. Thank you for everything. That's for you. That's for you. Thank you. Stay up here. Stay up here. There's also someone else who couldn't be here tonight taking care of some family things, who's our current ELC coordinator, Danielle Wink, who does a fantastic job. And just when you're saying your prayers tonight, think of her and her family and hope that everything's okay with them. And there's one other person I want to thank, and I don't think she's expecting this, and I hope she's not. Joanne Degnan. Where's Joanne? Joanne, please come up here. Joanne Degnan is one of our Cracker Jack people, and I mean that sincerely, in our communications department. And along with Bob Considine, who does a great job, and Steve Wilson and Vince Civitella, Joanne keeps us pointing in the right direction. In terms of the ELCs, she is the one, come up here, she is the one that on a weekly basis writes our script for us so we know what we're saying when we're out on the road, and she does a fantastic job. I give her a hard time, and come up here. This is for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So these are the women, along with Danielle Wink, that really run the ELCs. And thank you to all of you, and thank you to them. Look at the camera.